Every day, we navigate shared physical spaces, assessing the people around us through brief interactions and passing glances. Our brains take these surface-level details and use them to construct a summary of a person's entire life. Observers render definitive verdicts, seeing only the flat, unbroken line projected in public. But beneath lies a dense, inaccessible network of complex variables and intersecting traumas. Strangers miss the hidden data: physical exhaustion, sleepless nights, and managed anxiety. Over months and years, that exhaustion compounds. It becomes a heavy, silent pain, a localized ache kept concealed from the external environment. Concealing that pain requires constant internal energy. It takes a specific, exhausting force to walk into a room and maintain a baseline of normalcy for the sake of others. Because the observer's dataset is missing the majority of these variables, the judgments they render are built on a mathematical impossibility. Their assessment is logically void. When the public audience vanishes, the environment shifts. The crowded external world falls away, leaving only the quiet of the private sphere. Processing trauma without witnesses carries a unique weight. Without external voices to validate the difficulty of the experience, the entire burden of proof rests on your own shoulders. Resilience is often described as a passive trait. In practice, it is an active, deliberate mechanical process of self-preservation. It has a literal physical tension. You can see it in the white knuckles of hands gripping a sink, or the strain in the arms required to hold a posture upright when the body is signaling for collapse. Minutes after this private struggle, you might smooth your clothes and re-enter a public space, behaving as if the physical toll of the last hour never occurred. This duality defines the unseen battle. Victory here is not a public accolade. It is the act of taking one more breath and moving forward. Strength is proven in this undocumented endurance, the effort required just to face the next day. When humans encounter something they cannot fully see, they reflexively fill the void with their own assumptions. In this context, judgment acts as a projection of what the observer lacks. The massive circle represents the full scope of your reality. The tiny circle shows the observer's actual understanding. The area of actual understanding is remarkably small. Most of what an outsider thinks is pure projection, making their opinion irrelevant to the actual facts of your life. Seeing the logic of this gap changes how you view external opinions. It becomes clear that explaining your struggle to someone without the tools to measure it is an impossible task. A flawed metric cannot redefine your identity, any more than a broken ruler can change the actual height of a building. Once you stop prioritizing the observer's metric, the focus shifts. The only data source that matters is your internal record. Relying on your own truth creates a boundary. External assumptions lose their power when you no longer look to strangers for confirmation of facts you already possess. Intimate. This internal shift manifests physically. Without the constant demand to prove your experience to others, the chronic tension in the jaw and eyes dissipates. You move through the world with the unshakable knowledge of what it took to survive. You are the only person carrying a complete record of the battle. Freedom arrives when you stop waiting for a witness. The unseen battle is validated the moment you accept your own data as sufficient.